Hey guys, welcome to my devlog. In case you guys missed last week's episode, let me give you guys a little bit of a recap. We had two options on which UI to want to use. We had option 1 and option number 2, and we ended up going with option number 2. We added a new level slider to show the player's progress as well. We added some feel to the game via button shakes and scales. We redesigned the player and enemy's health bar. We added some walk-in animations to the player. And finally, we added a parallax background to make it very seamless so when the player goes from scene to scene, they can actually see the movement of the level. And that brings us into today. So what are we going to work on? I want to have the ability to create pets in my game. A lot of games out there right now have pets as a mechanic where you can go ahead and summon them, craft them, upgrade them, use them in battle. There's so many things that go into this, and I want to create that for my game right now too. But a lot of these games, they're kind of money hungry in the way that they use this mechanic. You can go ahead and pay $15 for 5 rare pet rolls and then just get bluntly out over it, right? It's no fun to use that. So for my game, I want to try to find a way to make it actually engaging. I don't want it to be pay to win, but I also want it to be fun for the player.
It's fun that you can feel.
You know, you work enough towards something, you're going to be able to summon a bunch of pets and collect them all. You know, and that's kind of what the goal is for this video. So what we're going to work on is, for one, I'm going to show you guys the UI that I made, and we're going to try to replicate that. But also, I want to create a good system for summoning pets dependent on rarity that's not behind a paywall. Alright, so skip forward a little bit of time here, and I have a very basic UI of what we're kind of trying to go for here. Previously in this game, I didn't have any panel functionality set up, so I had to spend some time to actually get the architecture set up for that, which ended up being pretty easy. As you can see, the other panels don't really work right now. But yeah, so if you click on the pets again here, you'll be able to see exactly what I mean. We have 5 different tiers, and you can kind of just click on the buttons, but nothing really happens yet. But here are my goals on what I need to do. So I need to create a JSON file to cover all of the pets that the user is actually able to get. I also need to add some summoning logic based on that JSON file to kind of, summon the actual pets. And then finally, I need to save the pets to the player data object and some sort of like active pets array. But yeah, other than that, let's just get into it and see where this leads us. Alright, so after some trial and error, I was finally able to get it set up to show the pets and randomly generate them based off rarities. So what we have first set up here is we have some scriptable objects, each one of these declaring a weight to the pet. So for example, out of 100, this is a 25% chance, the dog has a 50% chance, and a frog has a 5% chance. Now all these sprites will be different in the future, but let me show y'all what this currently looks like right now, then I'll show you guys the code. So we have the normal gameplay right now. We click pets. We can go ahead and summon 10 of these pets, and we can go ahead and see that we spawned 10 of them here. Now, specifically looking into the console, out of 10,000 iterations of this, I kind of wanted to log and see what it would look like. So we have 3,187 being cats, 6,176 being dogs, and then about 637 being frogs. So about 5% here out of 10,000, so this should be around 500, but obviously statistics are going to be different. Then we have dogs being around 50%, this is a little higher, and then cats being around 25%, this is also a little higher. But I can go ahead and keep spamming these here, and you can go ahead and see that each one of these is going to be spawning a different amount every time. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. And let me show you all the code. I'm going to pause it real quick here. If you guys are enjoying the video, please do click the subscribe button. I'm pretty new to doing devlogs. And if you guys are at all interested in the game, subscribe and check out the Discord. But the main reason that I paused was because for the next 5 minutes or so, I'm going to explain the code that I did to actually show you guys how I did the summoning portion of this. If you're not interested in that, click the timestamp below. If you are, continue watching. Personally, I had a hard time watching myself. Enjoy, guys. There's a few things I need to do more. There was actually need to add these to the players because currently right now it's only going to be, summoning 10 different pets. But here's the logic for it. So right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and summon a pet, and we're going to go ahead and do 10. Now in my case here, I added 10,000 just because I wanted to make sure that the stats were pretty accurate, and it seems like they are. But while we're going to go ahead and do that, we're going to create, while the count is greater than 0, we're going to go ahead and summon a pet, add it to the array of summoned pets. Now, inside of this calculate pets array here, so inside of this calculate pets method right down here, we're going to create an initialized pool size of 0. So what's going to happen is we're going to go loop through all of these pets and see the counts of them. So for example, let's say we have 10 pets, and let's say they all have a rarity of 50. That's going to be 500. So the pool size is going to be 500. And then we're going to go ahead and get a random number from 0 to 500, and we're going to add 1, so it's going to be from 0 to 501. And then from there, we're going to get the accumulated probability, which is going to be 0. And then what we'll do is we're going to loop through the count of all the pets. So in this case, we have 10 pets, or I guess for every single pet out there. So like right now, I only have 3 pets, right? So we're only going to loop through, 1 through 3. In my scenario here, so for the method to calculate pets here, we're going to create an initial pool size. Now this pool size is going to be 0 at the start, and we're going to go through all of the pets that we currently have. So in my case, I only have a frog, a dog, and a cat. So we're going to go through it 3 times. So in that scenario, we have 25 as weight for one of them, 50 for another, and then 5 for another. So it's going to be 80 total. So the pool size will be 80. From here, we're going to go ahead and do a random range from 0 to 80. So let's say it's going to be, I don't know, 45. Then we're going to add 1 to it. So now it's 46. From here, we're going to try to find the item which corresponds to the correct number. And what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to loop through all 3 of these pets here. We're going to get the accumulated probability. So let's say here we're going to loop through the very first pet, and it's going to be a cat, which is 25, right? If the random number is going to be less than the pet, we're going to go ahead and return it. If not, we're going to keep going over and over and over again. In this scenario here, it's going to be less than it. It's going to be, random number is going to be greater than. My brain just short-circuited. If the random number is less than the accumulated probability, then we're going to return the pet. So 46 is not less than or equal to 25. Boom, we're going to go next. So now 25 is going to be 25 here. So we're going to do 25 plus 50. And so now it's going to be 75. So now we're going to have, all right, random number is going to be this. So we're going to have 75, which in this case, 46 is going to be less than 75. Now we need to return the dog, which is of weight 50. We're going to keep doing that over and over and over again until we get to the point where we know the random number, and we're going to keep Xing out each one of the pets until we can find the 10 pets that we need to summon. So if we're not able to find anything off this for some reason, we're just going to return an empty pet. If so, we're going to return this one pet up here. And we're going to decrease the count by 1, and then we'll go ahead and add that pet to the summoned pets array, and that's going to be able to spawn our pet for us. And then so inside of our summoning panel here, which is going to be that one box, it's going to show everything. Right out the gate, we're going to go set all the game objects to be false, and we're going to display the pets, set up the animations for them. Currently right now, there are no animations because just want to get kind of something out there to show that this is working properly. But from there, we're going to leap through all of the 10 pets, or all of the 10 summons for that matter, and then get the sprite render component for them, set the pet sprite, which is being set along here. So each one of these scriptable objects has a sprite assigned to it. And then from there, we can go ahead and set the game object to be true, and that will spawn them here. So if I go to this panel here, we're gonna go see these are all true here. But if I go back to it, oops, that's a bug. But what you'll see right out the gate is all gonna be false until you activate this. But yeah, that is currently how it's working. Look at that, we got all 10 dogs. There's definitely gonna be a lot more logic going into this as we add more pets. I mean, truly, I do want to add close to like 50 to 100 pets. At least 50 pets, because I want to have this like be a part of the game where you can really try to min-max it and try to get as much value out of it as possible. But yeah, that's all we got for the pets, and hopefully you guys got a better understanding of how I'm doing the summoning for this. And now I'm going to try to figure out how to add these to the player and work on adding them into the game. So let's get into it. Alright, so I've made quite a lot of progress in terms of getting the pets set up, and so let me show you guys what we've done so far. So a few days have gone by since I did the last recording, but here's where we're at right now. So you can have tier 1 pets right here, so we have a cat and a dog being tier 1. We have tier 2 pets being the frog and the bird currently. Right now we can see the XP bar here, so you need 2 pets to get to level 2. Same here, you need 2 pets to get to level 2. Let's go ahead and summon some 10 pets here. So we were able to get to level 3 and level 2 with this. Because we summoned 6 of these guys, which are able to get to here. So skip level 2 and went right to level 3. And we got a level 2 pet here. And we go over here, we can see that we got 1 of each of these. Obviously, tier 2 pets are going to be rare, so we only have 1 of each. We do this again, we got 1 more frog, so the frog was able to go to level 2. And then right now, the thing that I need to do next is, if we look at this here, we have these 3 tiles shown up top here. We have one that's showing tier 1, tier 3, and tier 5. And so I need to get that set up so that way whenever we're going to be clicking on one of these pets, we actually go ahead and equip them. And then another thing too is, notice like if I go ahead and keep summoning these guys here, we just got a level, but there wasn't really a lot of feedback that we got that level. And it's kind of hard to tell, so I want to find a way to pretty much give feedback to the user that, hey, something's been upgraded. And also over here, so we got 2 frogs here. If we're on go to tier 2 tab, what if this guy just got upgraded just now? We have no idea. And so I want to kind of add some sort of notification system or some sort of system that lets the user know, hey, you know, you upgraded your pet. Go check it out and go see what level it is now. Or go see the previous level. And that's just some stuff I'm trying to fine tune right now, but it took a few days to get this all working because the logic was pretty extensive. But yeah, so let's go figure out how we can get these guys to summon here. We can go ahead and choose the pets that you want equipped and bring on to the game. Alright, so we got everything set up for the pets now. It's a little late, so my voice is a little quiet right now, but here's what we have set up. So let's go ahead and start the game. So there are a few things that I'm going to be waiting for the next videos to do, but I will show you guys some progress as of now for what we have set up. Go ahead and make this a little smaller here. Okay, perfect. So the very first thing you'll notice, we have the dark screen in the background here. This is going to be, so any panel that you have, it's going to show darker in the background. That way you know which panel you're currently on. Kind of like this. Oh, don't have it set up here, but kind of like this right here. So if you click on one of the pets, you'll be able to see their information. So we have the dog with the current DPS. Going forward, I'm going to be making it set up to the point where, you know, you can see the pet's DPS on the next current level. Right now it's hard coded to 105 mil, but I need to get more architecture done to allow me to get the pet's next level DPS set up. You can see the effect right here. Now currently, right now I have 3 pets equipped. So let me go ahead and remove this pet here. I'll go ahead and remove this pet here, and go ahead and remove this pet here. Okay, perfect. So the way to equip the pet here is you will go ahead and select this. We'll see that everything's darker in the background here. So if I click anywhere else, it will close that dialog. And let's go ahead and equip one of these pets. You'll be able to choose one of these 3 here. There needs to be a dialog or some sort of notification here that lets you know, hey, you know, you clicked on this cat. I need to get that set up right now, but currently this is all that I have. So you can go ahead and choose one of these 3. I will choose the first one for this example. And let's say I want to go ahead and equip a frog also. So I'll choose a frog. I'll select that one here. Then I'll choose the bird, which is 10% attack. Then I'll add it here as well. Now, let's say, for example, I actually wanted to do the dog in the first slot and go ahead and choose that one there. And I'll show down here that these are the ones that are currently equipped. And this one is not equipped. So you guys keep summoning them here, keep summoning, keep summoning. You can kind of see them being upgraded in the background as well. And that's currently what I have set up right now too. Obviously, when you load back into it, you can kind of see like what pets you have equipped. But for the next video, I'm going to be doing a few different things. For the next video, I plan on making it so that way you can add the pets into the game and create some pet attack logic. But also, I've been kind of wondering if I should start reworking the art style of this game. Previously in the past, I kind of was thinking about just making it so that way it's all kind of like illustration, like HD illustrations and kind of surrealism. I'm kind of leaning towards more going pixel art style. Kind of similar to the game Eidolon, if you guys have played that before. Let me know what y'all's thoughts on that. I'll probably be working that out myself and kind of testing out some ideas. I'll be putting in my Discord if y'all want to join that. But yeah, that's all I have right now for you guys, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. And make sure to join Discord for more information and just kind of me spitballing some ideas with you guys. I'll see y'all from the next video. See ya.